All right, guys, we're finishing up our PowerPoint on pricing strategies here. So we finished off with penetration pricing. All right, we talked about that, where a business will try to enter into the market with really low prices so that it convinces people to purchase the product. This isn't always a great strategy as well. We look at price and think that, hey, the higher the price, the more premium the product must be. So you also have to be careful when you come in with a low price. You don't want to turn customers off to the product that, to the point where they think it's cheap. And I think that's kind of what happened to me with Craft Sportswear. I've heard that the company is actually doing very well now. They're a very popular brand. So it did work, but for me, the products didn't pan out. So let's finish this up, though. Let's go to psychological pricing. So there's a strategy used to play on consumer perceptions. You guys see this every single day. Maybe not right now, but in the normal world, you see this every single day. So it's a strategy used to play on consumers' perception. So first, the most common one that you see is called charm pricing. It's where you set the price slightly lower than a whole number. So the example, and this is a really good one, is a product price at $9.99 instead of $10 is perceived as $9 and not $10, even though there's only a 1 cent difference. Okay, so oftentimes, I remember being a kid, and my mom would be like, we're not getting the Lucky Charms, we're getting Fortunate Flakes, something that was like the off-brand or whatever. And I would always go up to her, but they're only $3. They're only $3. She'd be like, they're $3.99. They're $4. And again, that's just playing off the psychological pricing. Now, granted, I was a kid then, but it still happens to even adults, right? Where we look at it and we think, oh, it's $9. It's not bad. I'm going to buy that. Well, really, it's only 1 cent away from $10, okay? But it's just a psychological trick that's messing with our perceptions, all right? So that's charm pricing. We see it all the time. $1.99, $2.99, $3.75, right? Also includes artificial time constraints, 1 day only. So if you see those, right, 1 day only sale, and then you come back 3 days later, it's like 1 day only sale, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on, I thought the 1 day only sale was 2 days ago. Yeah, well, the 1 day only sale is going on every single 1 day, right? It's just again to mess with your perception, right? Everything half off, everything is half off, right? Everything half off now, excuse me, sorry, that's the time constraint, right? Everything's half off now, you got to get in here and buy it now while it's hot, right? Well, that could be going on for a very long period of time. Again, that could be for kind of like a mix of penetration pricing as well, trying to get people into the store. All right, we have innumeracy, buy one, get one free versus 50% off 2 items, right? They mean the same thing, but if you phrase it as buy one, get one free, people actually will tend to buy that more often than if it were to say 50% off 2 items. Think about it, right? If I get 2 items, buy one, get one free, I'm paying the full price and getting one free versus 50% off 2 items, paying half price on both items. It comes out to be the same, right? So the math is exactly the same, but people are more likely to, and I got tricked on this the other day. My wife told me this when I got home, and I was like, oh man, I forgot, but I went and there was a candle sale, right? And we wanted some candles for the house. And it was said, buy one, get one free. So what did I do? I got 2 of them, right? And I purchased them. I got home. And she was like, why'd you get 2 candles? I was like, it was buy one, get one free. She's like, if you just purchase one of them, it's just 50% off, right? You don't have to actually get the other one. And I was like, innumeracy got me. It got me, right? No big deal, right? We got 2 candles now. I'm fine with it. But anyway, the point is I bought 2 candles instead of just buying one. All right, that helps that company out. Price appearance, all right, reduce extra numbers. So you see this at Walmart a lot, right? You see this on menus, right? At restaurants, especially fancy ones, it'll say 19 versus having a dollar sign and 19 with the 2 zeros. Just having reduced numbers, right? There's studies that have been done that prove that the appearance of smaller numbers actually make it more appealing for people to buy. They think they're getting a better deal because the numbers are smaller looking, right? They're not actually smaller values, but they're smaller looking. Okay, and that's called price appearance. So make sure you can just give an example, just briefly explain, or just give the examples. I think that you guys will be able to figure out the examples as long as you have those down. All right, price discrimination. It's number 7 here, right, on our guided notes. So make sure we get into price discrimination. It's selling the same product at different prices to different buyers in order to maximize sales and profits. So selling the same product at different prices. So the same product, different prices to different buyers, different people who are buying it in order to maximize sales, okay? in profits. So there's three types. All right, first degree, charge maximum possible price for each unit. So the example is the Ocean City subway during summer charges more per sandwich than the Baltimore subway does all the time due to increased spending patterns for people on vacation. So Subway realizes that, hey, people in Ocean City at the summertime are on vacation. They're there to spend money, right? They're there to enjoy themselves, to spend money, to not cook, right? Sandwiches are great for the beach, right? So what they do is they charge as much as they possibly can in order to maximize their profits. Okay. Meanwhile, if you are in Baltimore, you're paying a cheaper price, right? So there's discrimination in pricing there. Right. Second degree, and that also could depend on location. So let's say that we're selling boats in Florida, right, in a retirement community where people have lots of money, versus selling similar boats or the same boats in, let's say near the harbor in Baltimore, where maybe the amount of money going around for the potential consumers isn't quite as much, right? So they may charge different prices because people in Baltimore may not be willing to pay as much as someone, say, near a retirement community in Florida where they have more money to go around. Okay. Second degree, discounts for products bought in bulk. So 2 for $5. My wife and I got some filet of fishes on Friday, right? And if you buy one of them, it's like $3 something, right? To buy one of them. If you buy 2 of them, they have a 2 for $4 deal, right? At McDonald's for Fridays during Lent, right? For the filet of fishes. So we ended up getting 4 of those things, right? And ended up coming out to $8 for 4 of them. If we would have just bought one of them, it would have been almost half of the price, right? So discounts for products bought in bulk, right? So somebody who's not ready to eat 2 of those things, right, and just wants to buy one of them, right? They're going to be discriminated as far as the price goes, right? They're going to be paying a lot more per single unit. Okay, and then third degree, different prices for different consumer groups. You guys have seen this again. Example: movie tickets for seniors, right? If you bring grandma to the movie theater, she's going to be paying less. Right, it could be the same for amusement parks, right? You see seniors, adults, and children prices. Could be the fare, right? So again, movie tickets for seniors, adults, and children are priced differently. Same thing at amusement parks. This is just another type of price discrimination, again, to maximize sales and profits. Okay. And then last one, this is called destroyer pricing. It's also known as predatory pricing. All right, so make sure you fill this in as well. We're almost there. All right, so this is actually an illegal act of setting prices low in an attempt to eliminate competition. All right, so this violates antitrust laws in concern of monopolies forming. Right, so we don't want monopolies to completely form. That's something that has plagued our country in the past, in history. Hopefully, you guys have learned about that so that you know the issues behind that. But selling prices super low in order to eliminate competition. Imagine if Apple started selling their iPhones for, $300, right? The brand new ones, right? People would be getting those things like crazy. Now, that may take away the charm from the people who like the high prices. Right? They think of it more of as a luxury item. But so this example may not be perfect. But if iPhone had, all the bells and whistles still and were selling their phone for $300, more people would jump from, say, the Google phone or Samsungs and all the other smartphones that are competing with the iPhone. People would jump right off of that boat and swim over to the iPhone store, right, in order to purchase their $300 iPhone. So what could that do? That could really, really, really hurt the sales of the competition. It could really, really hurt their sales because people are switching over and going to Apple. All right, so why does this happen though? Because allegations are tough to prosecute. All right, the allegations, if you allege that, hey, these people are using predatory pricing or destroyer pricing, they're illegally setting the prices low. Well, it's tough to prosecute this because businesses can argue normal competition. Hey, this is supply and demand. Hey, this is competition. We're this is just normal competitive pricing for us, right? And it can be tough to prosecute. Right, the consumer benefit the consumer benefits should really be an S there. Consumer benefits short term from the low prices. So think about this, right? We as consumers benefit when there's predatory pricing at first, short term, right? because the prices are really low, right? We're like, oh yeah, let's get our $300 iPhone. This is sweet, right? So we don't have to pay $1,000 for it. We're saving basically $700 in our mind for this new phone, right? So great benefits for the consumer short term, and there's abundant choices, right? So there's a ton of different choices as well. You could go with the iPhone in reaction to the low price of the iPhone. Google or other companies may try to set their phone lower, so there's an abundance of choices. But if Apple succeeds in eliminating the competition, and they're the only smartphone company left out there to sell, right? What's going to end up happening? Well, they're going to they're going to raise their prices. They're going to raise their prices, right? Big time. And now we lose our choices, right? So there's a decline in choice. So now we're stuck with only the iPhone, and the price is going to skyrocket because there's no competition. Who else are we going to buy? They're gone, right? So again, the consumers suffer if the scheme succeeds in eliminating the competition because of the rise in price and the decline in choice. So an example, for months I've been selling bracelets at school for $2. Sally starts selling her own bracelets at the same price. How dare her? I start selling my bracelets for 50 cents. I'm breaking even, right? So that's one thing you have to understand is businesses that set their, like if Apple set their iPhones at $300, that money that they're losing is going to hurt the company big time. But the reason that they're doing it is to try to get the competition out, right? Trying to get the competition out. So if I start selling my bracelets for 50 cents, I'm going to be breaking even. It's going to, I'm not making any profits, but I'll do it until Sally gives up. Sally, just starting a bracelet business, can't afford to sell at that low price. So she can't afford to break even or go lower than that to compete with me. So what I just did was knocked her out of the market. Now I can bump my bracelets back up to $2 or even higher if I wanted to, because there's no competition whatsoever. And it also, that's going to make competitors nervous to even jump into that market. So that's it. We're done with this. I'm going to give you guys a homework assignment to complete on this. All right. Do your best on that, and make sure if you have any questions, you send me emails. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the assignment for the notes. Make sure you fill in the guided notes and submit the guided notes to Google Classroom by our next class day. All right, guys, stay safe. Miss you guys. Hope everything's going well. I will talk to you soon. Have a great day.